Hello YouTube, I'm bringing you guys today not only a flawless nuclear, but also also a proof that my spawn trapping tactics do work. And you'll see, because I go 179-0 this gameplay now. Unfortunately, theater mode wasn't quite working as it should, and a lot of it was cut off. For example, it jumps around sort of, and also, unfortunately, the gameplay itself, like the actual gameplay, is probably, I would estimate, around like 12 to 13 minutes maybe, if it recorded the whole thing. But I can only maybe recover like about 9 minutes of it. So yeah, I mean, the weird thing is there was no host migration or anything. It was just, I really don't even know what happened. I mean, there was no host migration, and I mean, that'll explain like different films, like split gameplays and stuff. But what wouldn't explain is why so much gameplay lost. Like I can't seem to find it, but it doesn't really matter too much because I do really well. I mean, this is, I'm gonna say, one of the best games I've ever gotten in Call of Duty, if not the best game, because I mean, I've never gone. I usually don't get, like, my previous record for listening to kills in the game was 130. I went 130-1. I uploaded a video on that like last month. And but this game, I break that record by a whole 49 kills, which is extremely good. And we don't even have a 6-man, guys. Keep that in mind. We have one random on our team, but the random's not that bad, and he's actually quick scopes and he gets a few kills. You'll see, like, even the random's featured in this video. So I know this video is kind of long. I mean, it's the longer side, about 19.5 minutes. I mean, just bear with me though. It's actually pretty good, and see, it starts getting much faster paced after they plant the first bomb, because that's our cue to move up. Once we get that, and then we just start moving up, because we let them have a bomb, and then we don't have to worry about any bombs for the rest of the game. Well, for the rest of the round, I meant. And see, now I'm moving up to position. Now, on my spawn trapping team, each person has a different position. You see, I was so serious in the garage there, so I was like, okay, I'm going to the left side. Now, left side is actually pretty good, and you definitely need someone on the left side and need someone in the garage, because if you have someone on the left side, they can spawn in the garage. If you have someone in the garage, they can spawn left side, and that can make it very difficult to spawn trap them. So you definitely need someone here at all times. You need someone in the garage at all times. They should definitely be using shields. And you also need someone at the chimney, and preferably someone in the kitchen, just to make sure they don't get in the house and they don't escape. So, and you'll see, we do have people there most of the time. I mean, sometimes we all get killed off street. Well, not killed off street. I mean, sometimes you take deaths. Like when you're in your position, you take deaths, and then you have to go back into your position, and sometimes it takes a little bit. I mean, but for most of the time, we have pretty good coverage of all the spots. And that'll explain why we did really well this game. I mean, given that not everyone is using shields. I mean, me and maybe I got another guy or two was using shields, and the random wasn't. The random was actually sniping. So, I mean, yeah, we did better this game, and not everyone using shields. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I still recommend using shields, but yeah, and also, it's just a good gameplay overall. I mean, lots of spawn trapping techniques are utilized during this gameplay, and I hope you guys enjoy this, because, I mean, yeah, this was just a great game. I didn't expect to do this well. I didn't expect to. I honestly didn't expect to like get a great gameplay like this, because these types of games happen maybe once every like. I mean, I was gonna say career, but Call of Duty's not really a career. It happens maybe like once, and it's not really like you could also say like once in a lifetime, but Call of Duty's not really like, it doesn't apply to that either. It's like one of those extremely rare things that you don't get, that you maybe can only expect to have one of. That's probably more accurate, but I mean, yeah. So here I'm just sitting behind my shield. I mean, when you reload, by the way, guys, you gotta call out. Your teammates gotta communicate with you so they can cover you when you're reloading. Because the reloads on LMGs are ridiculous. You don't have fast mag, no flat hand, no nothing. So that's why you gotta communicate with your teammates. And fortunately, I don't die. I mean, I've come close to death a few times during this game. I mean, fortunately, they're RPG. I mean, they're really trying to get us out. Look, get drop sodded and yeah, I actually do really well. I mean, I actually get like I think I get like an ultra kill this game. That's something I've never gone before. And guys, oh yeah, right now, just before you continue on the video, leave in the comment section how many unstoppables you think I got during this game. I mean, I'll tell you guys the answer then, but just like leave a comment, I mean, given that you know the final score is 179-0, just leave a comment with your guess of what my how many unstoppable medals I got, because it's actually pretty good. I mean, I've got more unstoppable medals this game than I've gotten in all my other games combined. Oh yeah, and there's another thing I'm gonna point out, guys. Friendly warthogs can destroy your shields for some reason. So if you have a warthog up, you might want to pick up your shield. I mean, I completely forgot about that, but fortunately, it does not get me killed. If it did, I would have been pissed, but because when I think of that, well, it just, as far as I'm concerned, that's friendly fire, and I don't know why that Treyarch allowed that to happen, but it just does. It's okay. Here's Kill East. He's on the chimney side, so this is basically the right side if you're facing into their spawn. And he did pretty well. See, he's one of the, he's an example of a guy who's not using a shield, and oh, there he is with the random who's sniping. Random's not actually that bad. He gets a few kills this game. You'll see later on. He's actually featured in this video, sort of, but he actually gets some kills. So there, yeah, I mean, this is a good spot here. I mean, he doesn't use his shield, so he just kind of plays it. He stays towards the wall. It's pretty good. I mean, that's what he should be doing. So yeah, he gets a bunch of kills. He does really well. I mean, he gets a warthog, everything. He gets a streak. So I mean, yeah, that's basically what spawn trapping is all about: getting your streaks, getting a lot of kills, not letting the enemy have a chance. And yeah, you just gotta play smart like this. And if you play smart like this, you should expect to get your streaks most of the time. So anyway, yeah, there is this K9 unit, and his Warthog actually gets a lot of kills, believe it or not. Like, see, there he goes. Alright, so here's Jay Walker Kidder. He's in the kitchen spot, and this is a pretty important spot. And you don't want people flanking around through the building, so you want to keep someone in the kitchen to keep them out of the building in general. I mean, if you got someone in the kitchen, you got someone in the chimney, then it becomes a lot harder to get inside the house. And if you got someone on the chimney guarding that, and you got someone here, it's really hard to take the stairs up to take the outside deck stairs out onto the upstairs, because they're way too open. You can shoot right through them. I mean, this is ideal spawn. This is ideal. Look, see, and the enemy can't get in here. You kind of you could use the garbage cans as a head glitch, but you can also put a shield inside the actual building. Here's why it's so serious in the garage spot. The garage is actually pretty good. You got a lot of cover here. You just sit right here, but yeah, you still gotta play smart. I mean, it's still possible to kill you, but as long as you have someone on the left, they'll generally only be spawning right in front of you. I mean, and I'm on the left, of course. I mean, I'm camped. That's where my spot is, and yeah, I mean, all these spots kind of complement each other. They all do, and then when one person gets their streaks, like orbital or something, that helps another person get their streaks, and pretty soon you got everybody getting their streaks. And part of the way that spawn trapping works in Black Ops 2 is getting your streaks, because getting the streak, one streak can lead to another streak. And I mean, is that kind of a flaw that's just like the game, in my opinion? I mean, yeah, I mean, you can cycle through streaks way too easily in this game, but I mean, that's part of the fun of spawn trapping too. You just keep going from streaks, and your dogs can get you VTOLs and everything. Well, I mean, I meant your VTOL and your dogs can get you orbitals, or get you pretty close to orbitals if you use them correctly. So I mean, yeah, I like it about the game, how you can easily cycle through your streaks, but it's just a little bit overpowered. And as you can see, once you get the streaks, the enemy has no chance. See, AGR in their spawn just completely traps them. They have really no chance. I mean, I kind of feel bad for them. I mean, yeah, but okay. But one thing you want to do that I just remember from watching this gameplay right here is you don't want to move side to side from your shield. You want to stand directly behind the center of the shield. You don't want to move left and right, because you're fully protected for the most part when you're in the center. Like if you sit down there and you aim down sights and it's right in the center of the window, yeah, that's how you know you're center. But if you're to the right or left of it, even down a little bit, you're more exposed than you should be. And keep in mind that the only part that should be exposed when you're behind a shield and when you're firing is your head. That's it. You shouldn't have like an arm out or a leg out or anything. Yeah, be careful when you're going prone too, because legs can stick out, and yeah, that's just not very good. I mean, you'll get killed off a streak sometimes. This guy gets a leg shot on you. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. Other than that, like, I mean, he's wearing trophies. I mean, the trophies are good, but yeah, just you don't all necessarily need them. I mean, yeah, they're good. They're good for camping overall. certain stuff require like certain equipment. See, EMP is good too, but I wouldn't run EMP when you're spawn trapping, just because I mean EMPs are good for taking out streaks or anything and everything, but what streaks are you gonna be taking out when like the enemy can't even get a UAV? Alright, see there's what I'm talking about. The enemy spawning right to the left side. Gotta be very careful about that, because otherwise they can't get you from behind. So here's Walnut Plains 149. He does pretty well. Like all of us do. Like, unfortunately, I think he only has the lower streaks unlocked. But had he had the bigger streaks unlocked, I'm sure he could have gotten them. I mean, when you're spawn trapping, you definitely want to run the higher streaks. And if your guys are old to using shield and stuff, there's not very much in need for support. Like, orbital is probably good enough if everybody runs orbital. I think that's probably good enough for support, but he does get his streaks and everything, and it does work out fine. So here's our overall spawn trapping setup. So there's me on the left, there's me, or no, I mean Walnut on the middle. There's Why So Serious there in the garage, and there's Achilles on the side, and there was Walker in the kitchen. So that's kind of what we do. We kind of set up there, and then look, the enemy spawns right in the back where we want to spawn. And by the way, guys, you can even have someone upstairs if you have another person. Like, this takes minimum 4 people, but 6 preferable because you don't want them planting bombs and stuff. So here's the enemy from the enemy's perspective. See, they literally have no chance. I mean, this guy actually tries to break the spawn trap, but he fails early on. Look, takes out the sniper. And then, yeah, he tries to break the spawn trap. He tries to get out of here. Like, I mean, I understand, but I mean, part of the reason I picked this gameplay from this guy's, from this guy was because he was going like 6 and 46 or something in one round, and so I felt he was a good representation of the team as a whole. They weren't doing too well. So look, he tries to put his tac center out there. Probably to escape the spawn trap, but look. If you walk right in front of a shield when there's a guy sitting behind it, you're gonna get owned. And there's just that sniper guy, like that. Yeah, the random. Yeah, random's not actually that bad. He actually helps us. He actually knows what we're doing, and he doesn't plant bombs at the wrong times. He actually does like not everything he's told because we didn't invite him to the party, but he just does everything that I would say expected of him of being in spawn trapping in the lobby. See, and yeah, this guy has no chance. And look, things get even worse for these guys. Just when you thought things couldn't get any worse, they do. Those are freaking AGR in their spawn. Look, and now, yeah, I'll get into the AGR later. I have a whole clip on that. It's actually pretty OP if you think about it. I mean, I'll explain more into detail how the game handles this and what the game does with this. But look, this guy. It's like instead of taking us out, look, he tries to take out the AGR, and then I see him there, and I quickly turn around. You gotta watch your mini map because if someone dies off their spot or they fail to cover it, you need to be able to just flip around and turn on someone. You gotta do that, otherwise you could die off your streak. And fortunately, I didn't die off my streak because I would have been pretty pissed. I mean, I like flawless gameplays. I'm sure all you guys do. So I mean, yeah, that's what you guys should yeah, just have map awareness. I mean, that's what I'm kind of getting at. You gotta have map awareness, guys. I mean, you really do. Okay, so yeah, this guy just keeps dying and dying and dying. I don't even know why. He just doesn't leave. I mean, it takes a lot of dedication, I guess, to this game to stay in. I don't know what he's so afraid of, like taking a loss. I mean, he's gonna lose anyway. But okay, so here's the AGR. The AGR is pretty OP because watch what happens. Watch what happens. What Walker does with it. Just watch what happens. It's pretty. I mean, you may think it's a glitch or something, but it's not a glitch. I would consider it more of an exploit. Kind of like spawn trapping in general is kind of an exploit because you're taking advantage of broken spawns. But look. Okay, so in this game, you'll know that if you stand in the enemy spawn, the game will detect an enemy in the spawn, and they won't spawn people there. But the game, the way it's coded, doesn't detect the AGR. The AGR does not count as a person. So what that means is the AGR can just be in their spawn all day long, and they'll spawn right in front of it, and that. So I mean, this is kind of an exploit because the enemy really has no chance. I mean, I'm sure the developers didn't intend for people to do this, but people find ways, and they're surely not going to patch it now. The game's almost 2 years old. I'm sure they're not going to do anything about it. But yeah, see, this is just kind of an OP little. I guess tips and tricks. I guess if you want to spawn trap pretty hard, you can just run AGR, have someone run that, and then by the way, it has no timer, guys. It stays up until destroyed. Alright, so here's me again, and yeah, and I'm running out of bullets. See, I got another unstoppable there. Yeah, guys, and it's pretty good. I mean, yeah. So the round's about to end there. So, I mean, since I'm just gonna get into another topic here, like, so some advanced warfare news, like what I've been over the past few days, I've heard like stuff I've seen online and stuff I heard. Apparently, they're bringing back the riot shield to Advanced Warfare. Now, not the exo ability with the shield on your arm kind of thing, but actual physical, actual primary shield, like as a primary weapon. And it's like, I'm not sure if you're gonna get to plant it, but hopefully you do. I mean, we'll still get the game even if you can't plant it. I mean, yeah, of course, I'm a YouTuber. I kind of need to get that stuff, but yeah, I mean, hopefully you can plant the shield, because I mean, I'm sure. I mean, if you can, I mean, I'll be camping all day long in the, in the no exo playlist where there's no boost jumping or anything, so they can't get me out of my spot really easily. And yeah, I'll probably create a new type of camping strategy, like advanced camping and advanced warfare. I mean, yeah, just imagine that, shield, everything, sit in the back of the map with a lot of stuff. Let's see, I could sit at the back, probably like. Target enhancer LMG, pretty much the same as target finder, but that's probably what they're gonna have in that game. But we'll have to wait and see how this. AGR inbound. By the way, guys, like just wondering, like leave in the comment section, like whether you were planning to get Advanced Warfare or not. And if you are, just like, well, what console? I mean, I'm gonna get it on the 360. I mean, I don't have the next gen console, any next gen console yet or anything. So if you get on 360, probably won't be too much difference between an Xbox One and the X360 one, besides maybe graphics. I mean, that's about it, but it's not too big of a deal. I don't feel like spending $400 on an Xbox One just to play like maybe one game on it, but I mean, eventually everyone's gonna have to get that, but for this game, or for the time being, I'm gonna get a 360 version. Okay, guys, so I look pretty soon, like maybe a minute or 30 seconds or so, you're gonna see like the gameplay kind of cuts off. Like, I think it stops me at like 80 kills, and then I have to go to a whole new game file to get it, and to get the continuation of it. But part of it was lost. You see, look right here, it just jumps there. Yeah, that was because I lost a lot of gameplay footage for some unknown reason. I mean, if it was a host migration, I mean that makes sense for the part of it where it was, the part where the gameplay files are split on theater mode, but not only were they split, I was missing like a few minutes of gameplay. Like, I think I was missing a whole round or something, or not a whole round. Yeah, it's probably like maybe 4 minutes of gameplay. And that's kind of significant for a game, but I don't know where that went. I don't know how that happened, but fortunately, I got most of the best part. I mean, most of the parts I missed, probably just with VTOL kills. I mean, so yeah, I mean, I got pretty much some of the best parts here, but I do get 179-0. I mean, I have proof of it at the end, but unfortunately, I don't have the whole gameplay. I mean, I was pretty upset too. I mean, this is one of my best gameplays ever, and everything was going. This is one of the examples of a game that everything was going perfect. I mean, nothing was going wrong. I mean, I broke my previous record by a whole 49 kills. I mean, that's great. I mean, especially since we were only running with 5, that just makes it even more impressive. Because randoms, like 9 out of 10 times, randoms are gonna screw you over. So I think this stopped at 143 kills, and then it stops at 143 kills, and it kind of goes in a, so okay, yeah, and then it just stops there. So anyway, guys, this is my this is proof that I did get 179-0. So that's my second gameplay file. It was only like a minute and a half long. The other one was like 8.5 minutes, but the actual game was actually much longer. So it split up there, and then it split the file up there, and I was missing a lot of stuff. So guys, if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. And this has been World of War, and thanks for watching.